All right, welcome back to the YeahAlright Podcast, episode 66. As you can see, we're in a little bit of a different setup, and I actually like this setup.
Yeah,
it
it's
looks
a
a lot better, but you're here with myself, Jamie, and we have Jess. How are you today?
I am doing great, thank you, Jamie.
I'm
And-
Phoenix.
Fuck. That was my first line.
Perfect.
That's a great
start.
beginning. Well, actually, I'm doing great, Jamie and Phoenix. So,
Awesome, perfect.
So yeah,
Little basic question we ask everybody at the start is, how has your week been?
it's been a good week. Okay, so it's Tuesday now. Do you mean how have things
How's the
been
week?
since the beginning of this week, or how have
Since-
things been since last Tuesday?
Since yesterday morning. How's it been the last couple of days?
Actually, my answer would be the same either way, but it's been really good. It's been really good. It's been busy,
Yep.
and my sleep to work ratio has not been healthy.
What's it like?
It's well, do you call that a low ratio or high? I've been doing fuck all sleeping. That's what I mean. That's what I'm getting at. Which I enjoy. The people always say like to get outside of your comfort zone and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I've found that like even just in my like day-to-day working, if I'm slightly uneasy, like slightly tired, slightly out of my comfort zone or whatever, that's when I'm like thriving, bro. That's when I like if I feel too comfortable, if I'm working, do I look at you guys or the camera?
Have a look at us.
It doesn't
Pretend the
matter.
cameras aren't even here.
Oh,
Yeah.
sweet. What camera? If I'm a little out of my comfort zone, like if I'm a little bit, if I'm working through the night and then I got to wake up early or whatever, I find that I'm more creative. I find the shit I'm putting out is like to a level, because I would consider myself a perfectionist. It's more to a level that I'm happy with, and I find just that I'm genuinely more stimulated. So yeah, for those reasons, I'd say it's been a pretty good week.
That's
That's
the
good.
best answer we've ever got. We ask everybody that question. That's the best answer I think we've got.
That wasn't even scripted. I had a scripted one. I forgot it as soon as you asked.
Last time,
So what
the
about-
last guest we had, she was awesome, but she straight up said that it's been bad. No, Peyton.
Oh
She
yeah,
straight
that
up
was
said it was
before
just
Sully.
bad.
Damn.
Fair enough, but
Damn.
she's still happy. But I mean, so I got a few questions for you. But before I start, I want you to kind of tell us, who are you? What do you do? Who is Jess?
Holy shit, man. You said this is a 3-hour episode?
30 minutes.
Oh,
Let's say 30
no,
minutes,
No,
maybe.
I'm just playing. Who is Jess? Well, I guess I came on here because I'm a filmmaker.
Mm-hmm.
I just directed, just shot my first short film, which, well, I'm not sure where we're aiming for a short film, but now I'm editing. I'm thinking it might be like a very short feature. Last weekend.
Oh,
But,
congratulations.
well, thank you very much. We actually haven't finished shooting yet, but for all means and purposes, we have. There's enough there to edit it, and we've just got some clean-up stuff to do. But day-to-day, I'm a programmer. I did like 3D design and shit straight out of school, and programmed machinery, which was all right. But I found like in every spare moment I had, I was researching filmmaking. I was reading screenplays. I've got like a weird number of screenplays on my phone just to pull up at a moment's notice. And pretty much I quit my like day job beginning of last year, and started doing more like freelance programming stuff, which was allowing more flexibility. Moved to Auckland, and pretty much since then, sorry, when I touch the straw, that's going to be a loud ass noise in front of the mic. Fuck. Pretty much since then, just been working on various screenplays. I've got a couple of editing gigs on the go at the moment. I'm also a musician. Just pretty much just keeping busy. I was going to shoot my first short last year. As I said, self-professed perfectionist, and I wasn't happy with it. So I was like, fuck this. And then it wasn't until this year that I was finally happy enough to go, you know what, let's get the ball rolling.
You're so busy, and you're always it seems like you're so consistent with everything you do, and so keep yourself busy. We had a conversation the other day about some questions, and one of the deeper ones I want to ask is about, you've got no arms, no legs, but still you're talking about all this stuff that even at the moment I struggle to keep on top of. How do you do it?
Well, it's funny, but well, I mean, it's not like funny isn't hilarious, but it is kind of funny because I don't know any different, right? Like I was born like that, whatever this is, born without arms and legs. So I guess like I never had like a moment where I was like, oh shit, everything's changed.
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, like, I grew up obviously like this, and damn it, I had a mean joke there. I fucked up. Anyway, and so I just didn't know any different. It was about growing up. I was going to say ginger, and then I was going to be like, oh, you mean no arms and legs. Anyway, yeah, no. I pretty much just, it doesn't even come into my mind. Like day to day, when I started my YouTube channel, which sadly I've not neglected recently, but I don't post to as much as I should. Mm-hmm. I spent like 3 days thinking to myself, okay, right, there's a lot of gaming on YouTube. I did a couple of gaming videos, not many. There's a lot of musicians on the internet. There's a lot of artists on the internet. I do sketching with my mouth. I was like, what am I going to do that's going to stand out from them? And then, like, literally, it was like 3 days of thinking. I was like, oh, shit, I've got no arms and legs. Fuck. Okay, that's stand out enough, I guess. Like, I actually forgot. I was literally thinking, I'm just going to be another, like, musician on YouTube, another artist or whatever. So, honestly, it doesn't come into my mind. Obviously, obviously it changed the way that we shot our film. Mm-hmm. But even then, nah, it didn't really. I mean, you might have some questions about that, and it did. We did like just to make sure I could see the monitor at all times, especially because some of the film involved me being in a vehicle, mm-hmm. and then some was obviously at locations. Mm. We had to figure out the like logistics of how I could see the monitor and stuff. But nah, I would say 90% of the shoot just went as per our usual shoot, to be honest. If anything, it actually went really well. We got really lucky, yeah.
That's cool. Awesome.
No, I shouldn't say lucky. We had an amazing cast and crew. The reason I said lucky is because the weather was forecasted to be worse than it was, mm-hmm. and we were shooting all at night. And obviously, if a night shoot goes like grossly past wrap, then it's not ideal. But no, we everything pulled together real nice.
That's awesome. What's your short film about?
It's do you know what? Actually, good point. I should have probably figured out a way to like give like a synopsis or whatever. It's called Light Pollution. Mm-hmm. It's inspired very, very unique sort of inspiration, but it was 3 a.m. in the morning, about like start of the year. I was browsing Reddit, and I saw this comment on Reddit, and I was like, damn, it's like actually remarkably like compact comment that had a lot of nuance and storytelling to it. And I don't know like what the context was past the comment. I didn't check out the guy's profile or anything like that, but it was really moving, and so I saved it to my phone. And a couple of days later, I was working on another screenplay, which I wasn't happy with, mm-hmm. as it was just sort of procrastinating, honestly. And went back through my gallery, and I saw that comment, and I thought this would actually make a mean screenplay. And within, I would say, a week, I had the outline. Pretty much, it follows a. You know what? Now that I've said it's a Reddit comment, I'm not sure how much detail I want to give about the plot, because someone might find the comment, and it sort of gives it away. Where's it going when it does come out? Yeah, good question. We are going. Obviously, we're going to have a premiere, mm-hmm. and but before then, we are going to be posting it to, submitting it to the Day One Film Challenge. Okay. Which those shorts are under 10 minutes.
How much does it cost to submit a film in there?
I honestly, can someone fact check that real quick?
I know some are free, some are extremely expensive.
I'm pretty sure the Day One Challenge is free. The Day One Challenge, it used to be the Someday. I'm pretty sure it's free. Like, I want to say... Yeah, sorry. I should know because I'm submitting to it.
Let's hope it's not expensive.
Yeah.
Finding out for the first time.
Yeah. So, and I self-financed Light Pollution as well.
Yeah.
So...
It's free.
It's free. Oh, there we go.
I think I can float that. Yeah, if it's free.
Sounds good if it's free.
That's within budget, actually.
Free, is that yearly? That free thing?
Is it free yearly?
No, it's a free one-time
payment. Sorry.
Like the festival, is that like a yearly thing, once a year?
Yeah.
Okay.
Bi-yearly, I believe, meaning
Twice a year.
not
Okay.
once every 2.
Okay.
However, to submit, it's gonna be under 10 minutes. The cast and crew has to be under 25, and I turned 24 a couple of weeks ago. So
Better get it this year.
You're damn right. Yeah, I think I've got one more deadline before my 25th. But
When's your birthday?
August. I just had one.
Oh, yeah, so you just turned 20. Okay.
Yeah.
I should be able to get it then.
Oh yeah, most certainly. And I believe they've got another deadline at the start of 2025. Or like not the start. It's like back compared to my birthday. It's the start.
Did you say it has to be like a 10-minute short, 10-minute or under film?
Yes.
How do you write and direct a 10-minute short film? Because I've written and directed so many films and never ever can I get it under 10 minutes. I don't try to, but it just seems so difficult. How do you like?
Bro, you're asking the wrong person because I'm editing at the moment,
And
and
it's like how
it's just
long?
fucking gigantic, bro. It goes on. Like
How
I
long?
just,
What's the rough cut? What's the rough cut, if you can say?
I actually,
now?
I'm planning on finishing it tonight.
Okay.
The rough cut, but I got like 2/3 of the way through the plot. Don't laugh. You can laugh. It's fine. You can laugh. I laughed. That was like a sad laugh. But I got 2/3 of the way through the plot, and it's like 30 fucking minutes.
Damn.
And I'm like, this isn't even like the big finale. Not that there's like a big, like, you know, it's not like a explosive, but like, damn, yeah. So
I know. In my uni, we had to do like documentaries, and I did a documentary about my life as a filmmaker, and they're meant to be 15 minutes. Yeah, our final cut was like 45 minutes. We had a 45-minute version and a 15-minute version. The thing was, I wasn't happy with the 15-minute version because the 45-minute version just tells the right story. Is that something you're facing with right now?
I think I am. But I'm gonna try and find a silver lining and say that when I have been editing, I'm definitely editing the full cut first.
Yeah.
And then sort of trimming it down to get the under 10-minute one.
Okay.
And honestly, what I'm gonna say is the kind of films I enjoy are very slow paced, and the kind of narratives I enjoy are like hangout films where the characters are talking shit and stuff.
Yeah.
So a lot of my characters just sort of yap. They just don't shut up.
So you think so it could be
there's-
easy to
there's
cut
no,
quite a bit?
There's no filler. There's no lines of dialogue that aren't important. You guys watched Once Upon a Time in Hollywood?
Yeah,
Yes.
really good Leonardo
Yeah.
DiCaprio.
Thank you. It's my 10th favorite film of all time. That's why I thank you.
Shit.
Not because I wrote it, but because I'm always glad to hear someone else enjoyed it.
Yeah, it is. I think it took me like 2 or 3 watches to kind of actually understand the film.
I loved
Because
it, yeah.
the first time I watched it, I was like, what the fuck's going on, bro? I'm so lost.
Yeah.
Second time watching it, I was like, okay, I can kind of understand what's going on. There's like a cult. And then the third time, it like kind of, I'm like, okay, yeah,
Right.
I fucking
I've
understand.
only
the full
seen it
through.
once. I need to see it again.
I got so lucky that that I bought that on a Friday night and watched it straight away. And that Wednesday, without knowing anything about Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, but obviously being a fan of, or having watched all of Tarantino's, I'm not like a diehard fan to be honest, but I like his shit.
I love Tarantino as well. He's a good maker.
I had no idea it was about the Manson cult. I was at
Bro.
work. I was at work 48 hours before on Wednesday, and I thought to myself, like the Wednesday that I bought Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, I thought to myself, I don't listen to podcasts when I'm working. There was one popped up about the Manson cult, so I was familiar with the real life story only 2 days before I watched it, and then I was so glad because when I watched it, I was like, man, I would have had no idea what the hell was going on.
I didn't even know it was about the Manson cult. That's actually really interesting.
Yeah, I got really lucky. But either way, my point, if I could
Look back.
remember where the fuck I went off. Oh yeah, like those characters seem like there's a lot of filler dialogue at the time you're watching it. You're like, why did we just watch 40 minutes of like Leo and Brad Pitt driving around? They talk to Al Pacino for a bit, then they discuss whether you buy or rent a house in Hollywood. Like it seems very filler. But I would argue, as someone who's read the screenplay multiple times and has it in his top 10 films of all time, I would argue that like there's not a second wasted. Like I would argue every line of dialogue is important. However, if you wanted to get that story across in like say under an hour, because it's 2 hours 40,
Yeah, it's almost 3 bloody hours.
if you
so
wanted to chop back an hour 40, you could. Like I think there's a real beauty to films like that, and pretty much the majority of Richard Linklater's career with like Before Sunrise, Before Midnight, etc., where there's a lot of dialogue which seems filler at the time, and if you were to make a shorter cut of it, you actually could afford to lose it. But at the same time, the full feature version has a lot more nuance and a lot more storytelling, even if it doesn't seem like it at the time that you're watching it. You're like, these characters are just talking shit. So I think that having characters that tend to yap a little, I'm not sure if you can see where they get that from. I think I am pretty content that I can still keep the like structure of the story
Within 10 minutes.
Yeah, like if you had to draw a skeleton, right? You wouldn't. I've never drawn a skeleton, but you would know like to do. Oh fuck! I was going to say the arms and legs, but you would know. You would know they've got like a spine, and then like a stick figure. Yeah, like you know the basics, and you can convey the idea that it's a person. But then if you're like a what's a guy that deals in skeletons? Not deals, studies them. Like a
Archaeologist is like a dinosaur one, isn't it?
Okay, bet we can do dinosaur. But
Alright,
like
dinosaur,
you can convey
T-Rex.
the idea of a dinosaur without knowing every bone. You know what I mean? So I feel like obviously it hurts a little bit to have to chop bits out, but at the same time I feel like I'm confident that I can convey both a feature and a short. And that was unfortunately due to just a massive screenplay, which went way longer than I should have.
Do you enjoy reading screenplays?
I love reading them. Yeah, not my own though. Fuck, I hate that.
How do you, because you edit them, right? You're editing
Yeah,
this
yeah,
one?
yeah.
How do you edit it?
In DaVinci Resolve.
Awesome.
Which is awesome software, and I highly recommend it. What am I? I wrote it, I'm directing it, I'm editing it, I've also composed the soundtrack for it. It's a self-funded film.
You checklist everything I do except the soundtrack. I've never done my own soundtrack. I couldn't do it. You make music too, right?
Oh yeah, bet bro.
That's
Hit me up
awesome.
sometime. I can teach you like the basics and stuff. Yeah.
Honestly, that'd be cool.
I've only got like one keyboard. It's a synth. It is super like what do you call it? It's got like an insanely diverse range, and I buy different. Sorry.
I hate to ask, like,
Go.
and I don't mean anything bad by this, but like, how do you play the keyboard?
No, valid question. So, say I want to record a piano track. I taught myself music as well. Like I'm self-taught in that.
That's cool.
So if I want to record a piano track, traditionally it will have 10 fingers, and they will all play different notes, and then the song will end. So I record 2 fingers at a time, one with the stylus in my mouth and one with my arm.
Okay.
And then I record 5 tracks of me doing different
Like
different
songs.
keys.
So like
And
yeah,
layer it up, sort of thing.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Shit, that's really
clever.
interesting.
That's clever.
So I just have to plan out the song first.
That's
Yeah,
clever.
yeah.
That's clever.
But like most of the time, I'm just fucking around on the keyboard, and I'll do like just with my arm. I won't even have a stylus. I'll just be like dicking around, and I'll be like, okay, that sounds like it's going to be G, and then I'll go through afterwards and record the full chords once I've got like the notes laid down. And as I was going to say, the synth is so diverse. It's got like just an enormous range of percussion, orchestra. You can really get cinematic with the whole violins. It's pretty much limitless. I'm confident that it's limitless.
What do you use to compose some of your music? Like what software do you use?
I don't even use software to compose.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's in my head. I'm just like, oh, this sounds like it will be good. Bro, the most software I use to compose is voice notes on Instagram. I voice note myself,
That's
and
cool.
then I voice note myself into my phone because it's got better quality than the computer. Then
shit.
I switch my headphones on, connect them to the computer, and I listen to the voice note and be like, oh, I bet I can do that.
It works.
Shit.
Just how I do it.
Fair. This is a bit of a random question, and it kind of links back to what you said a while ago. You said that you bought Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Yeah.
This is a random question. I just like asking filmmakers this. Are you into like buying physical movies like the old days, or are you stuck on streaming?
Well, I'm not stoked with the quality of films on a lot of streaming software at the moment. I'm not going to call any out, but like, I mean, the main ones are all pretty bad. And yet I'm subscribed to them. So I guess that says something for like consumerism and the fact that I'm critical of them, but I'm still paying. So whatever. I don't buy physical media, but I'm keeping a collection on Letterboxd. You will not find my list on there. It's private. You will find lots of other lists that I've put on Letterboxd, but I am keeping a private one for myself of physical media I want to own. that will look badass, just like cool fucking films.
That's cool.
And some of them are in my top 10, some of them are top 100, and some of them are not, but they're just films I enjoy.
Because I actually don't have Netflix. I don't have Disney Plus. I don't have any streaming service.
Wait, really?
Yeah, I don't have anything because.
I swear you used to have Disney Plus.
Yeah, I'll get Disney Plus because I'm a Marvel guy. So every time a new Marvel show comes out, I will watch it on there.
Bet.
But I have like over 300 Blu-rays at home. I'm like a physical media guy.
Right.
I've
You
just
should see it. It's so fucking insane.
it's just something about having it physically. It's like a collection, you know.
No,
what
you're
I
not
mean?
wrong.
And it's
100%.
quite annoying because Disney stopped making physical media in Australia and New Zealand. So I went to London this year and I bought so many Disney movies.
It's mean,
I
bro.
think
No, that's dope. That's
It's
dope.
also a thing for like, the thing that's been coming up like on my social medias recently is the fact that on these streaming platforms, they might lose the licensing to actually stream them on their platform. So then, like, say this film comes out, it's on Netflix for a year, you love it, it's your favorite film,
And they take it off.
they take it off,
They can do that.
and they don't make the physical media for it anymore. So it's kind of like physical media is kind of like you physically own that, you know? With streaming, it's like, oh, okay, I have this now, but will it be there in 6 months? Like, you know?
Have you heard of a really old movie? I think it's called Willow, and it had a new TV show based on it.
Yeah.
And that TV show isn't available on a physical media at all. But they took it off Disney Plus because it didn't have a good viewership.
They
Now
do
you-
that a lot. If it's
Yeah,
not being-
and now you just can't watch it. I don't know how you can watch it now.
You'd have to pirate it. Like, if there's
I don't even know if you can pirate it. Like, some people are actually like it's like lost media in a way.
So
some
there's like a
people are
lot of
saying.
New Zealand movies that have been made and are really frowned upon within the New Zealand local film community that you can't find anymore easily.
Really?
Once for Warriors, I genuinely don't know where to find that. I looked on
Netflix just recently. Anyway, sorry.
Oh yeah, this was like probably almost a year ago now, so it wasn't on Netflix at that point.
Which is a testament to how streaming has it coming and going. So
Yeah,
that actually
exactly.
reinforces what you're
And
saying.
I was trying to find it, but I just genuinely couldn't find it for the life of me. I'm like, what the fuck?
I mean,
This
I'll
is
get Disney Plus next week because the new Marvel show comes out.
See, that's
and-
like obscenely sad to me that people put a whole lot of like effort into
a film or
creating
something.
something, which is now no longer available.
You know
Exactly.
who hates streaming movies and wants his movies on physical media is Chris Nolan. 100%. Would you agree?
I mean,
I
yes.
I think, yeah, I don't know Chris Nolan. I never actually sat down with him.
I haven't either. I'd like to.
I'd love
but-
to.
Oh, I thought you meant he had said that on the podcast.
No, I mean,
Right.
it's very clear that.
Because I saw him on
And
the way in. I actually
and
said,
Tom Cruise as well. Big advocates of physical media.
yeah,
I
yeah.
would definitely say.
No, hey, you get from as far as what you were saying earlier about retaining the like ability to keep watching them versus on streaming they can take them down. You can break a physical disc.
You can,
And
but
then you're
at least-
naked.
Yeah,
Like-
100%. But at least you it's like physically there. Like you can still, whether like if it's on a computer, you can still drill the hard drive and it's like broken.
No one's
right?
gonna take my physical. No one's gonna take Despicable Me away from me because I've got it on physical or something like that.
Like for me personally as well. Like with Once Were Warriors, I had to download that from the Pirate Bay. I don't really like. I don't do it for many films, but it's only films that I can't find on streaming platforms.
Well, what else
And,
can't you find?
There was that, and there was Inside Out 2 because it's not out on streaming platforms yet.
Well, because they haven't released it on streaming platforms yet.
Yeah, so
I just
downloaded
watched
that.
it on Disney
Yeah,
Plus.
but you download movies illegally, and I don't like
I,
that.
No, but that
I
was
just
like-
watched Inside Out 2 on Disney Plus.
Oh, is it on Disney
no,
Plus
it's not on
now?
Disney Plus yet.
Well, I just watched it.
It must just be. Oh, because it's not in cinemas anymore.
Oh no, shit! I pirated it. Fuck! Now I've said
No,
that
it's
on
not
the
on
air.
Disney Plus
Fuck!
yet, 'cause
Shit!
it's
No,
still
now
in
I've said
cinemas.
that on the air as well. No, it's
That's-
Did you pirate Despicable Inside Out? Despicable Me.
some.
Inside Out
I realized
To
some
be
of the
fair-
audio might sound incriminating in the last 1 minute of what I've said, but this
to be
is-
fair, I pay so much for streaming platforms. I feel like one movie once every 2 or 3 months is not that bad. Like Once Were Warriors, I could not find that. There's plenty of other movies in my hard drive that I wasn't able to find. as
Oh,
well.
you mean Inside Out 2?
Yeah, it's like the animation.
Right, I was thinking of like some obscure Russian one from the 40s that no one's going to be losing money on when I pirate it. Sorry, I misunderstood. I didn't stream Inside Out 2. Of course not. I didn't pirate that.
The one with
I-
the
I
little
d-
girl.
I didn't do that. Nah, that was...
Not you.
Good.
Okay, actually,
Alright,
genuine answer. I do pirate if it's... Bro, hear
He
me
hates
out. You'll be
pirating.
in my corner within seconds. I
Okay.
do pirate if it's super old and super foreign because you cannot find
You
that
can,
shit
yeah, that's
anywhere.
so true.
Okay, yeah.
And I
alright,
love foreign
alright,
films. I
alright.
try and watch 5 a week.
Like,
And
what
the
was the
thing is-
Godzilla movie that just came out? It was so difficult. It's easy
Minus
to find
One?
now. Yeah, it's easy. It's on Netflix now,
Wait,
right?
what is it?
Godzilla -1.
But before
yeah.
it was so difficult to find, so people just pirate. It was like one of the most pirated movies ever. But I think it's on Netflix now, right?
Yeah,
I think
yeah,
they
yeah.
put it on a bit late though, if I'm being honest.
I watched it on Netflix, but that was
Oh,
months
that's
ago.
another
It could be
film.
off again, which is
Literally.
proving
Thug
Yeah.
Life.
Is it
Yeah.
good? Have you seen it?
Yeah, yeah.
Have you heard of a film called Thug Life? I'd pirate that. It was like The Hate You Give Fucks Little Infants. Thug Life.
I haven't heard of that. Have you?
It's got like Will Smith? No, Will Smith's daughter, Jada Smith?
I haven't heard of
Jada's Will Smith's wife.
Oh.
And you should keep her fucking name out your mouth.
Oh, sorry. That. What's his kid? Oh, fucking his little girl. She was in this film. I don't know what her name is. but
Willow.
Yeah, Willow. She was in the Thug Life, but you can't find it on anything. That's why I pirated that. There's like another one. But yeah, pirating's. I mean, pirating has benefits because it's not all illegal as well.
I would only like to be recorded on air saying pirating's good if it's old and foreign and you can't get it anywhere else. But yeah. No, of course I didn't pirate Inside Out 2 because, people can still profit off that. Of course I
Yeah,
didn't.
for sure.
I misunderstood what film we were talking about, yeah.
There's also games like really old lost games like that were only on physical discs.
Yeah.
That I pirate as well. Like there were old kids games.
Can you still get Far Cry 1 on like
You
any
can get it
digital-
on Steam, but there's like old.
You can?
Yeah, you can. You can get Far Cry 1. The one game that I used to play is like this. I don't even know the name of it anymore. But it was like on the disc that you got from when you're in primary school. You'd like write in a book order, and it would come in the
Bro,
next
were
week or
those
something.
were those not a fever dream? Were those real?
Yeah, bro. Book orders were like a thing, bro. You'd look in the book and
Do
then
they
you
still
put
do
it in
those
an order.
I literally thought I imagined that.
I
Those
got a game
things
for
at
it,
primary
much.
school, right?
Shit's crazy. Yeah, for
I
sure. For
remember.
sure.
I think they.
Or the
I don't
like
think they still-
Scholastic book fair.
Yes.
And then you would
yes.
circle
Yes.
like Geronimo Stilton 3 and it would come in the mail and you'd be like, what's this fucking
Do they
rat going
still
to get up
make
to
those
next,
books?
bro?
Our school.
What, Geronimo Stilton?
Yeah,
Bro,
they're still cranking out a diary.
No, what
book
about
every
Johnny
6
Power?
months.
No way.
Is it
And that's
Johnny
one
Power?
dude as well.
Do
What?
you remember Johnny Power?
No.
Like the book, Johnny Cash, Johnny Power, like that, like spy kid.
Did you say Johnny Cash?
Johnny
Johnny
no,
Cash.
the artist. That's an artist. Johnny Power, I think his name was. He was like.
Geronimo Stilton, Michael Jackson, all the good books. Sorry.
Michael Jackson.
Oh shit, that's an artist as well.
Yes, coincidentally, yeah.
But yeah, no, pirating for old media, for stuff that you can't get anywhere else.
I will.
Yeah.
I won't say I'll support it, but I'll allow it. I'll allow it.
That's good.
it's-
We've
yeah.
all been waiting on your verdict.
You got my
This is
approval.
mean,
There
bro.
we go.
The nation can rest easy tonight.
I know I've got a video game that you can't even get online anymore, and it's so rare, and it's worth like $250 to $300 now to buy
What game
now.
is it?
What is it?
It got really bad reviews. That's why they took it off, and then they brought it back, and now everybody loves it. It's like nostalgia. It's Deadpool. So
Oh,
I
bro,
did
I
put
love
it.
on the
Was that the
Xbox, eh?
2013 one?
On
Yeah, they
Xbox, yeah.
remastered it on PS4 when the new Deadpool movie came out, the first one, and they didn't make many copies of it. And I managed to get one, and they just didn't make many copies. It's not online anymore.
So it's not like super old. It's not like
Not
from the late
super
90s
old.
or anything.
No, it's just like you just can't get it on any like online gaming
You can't-
store.
yeah.
But you can. The only way to get it is a physical copy, which will cost like $300. Luckily, I have a copy. I'm
You could
very
probably
happy.
find one like at an EB Games somewhere. Probably.
No,
you know,
you can't. Yeah, there's like
No, I was
people have done videos on it. It's
you know
like
the the reduced to clear bins in EB Games. I bet you there'll be one in New Zealand just hiding in there
Hiding in the
somewhere.
back
Like,
somewhere.
Surely for the next at least half a century, you will be able to buy that kind of second hand. Surely. Surely
you'll be able to buy it on Trade Me, but
surely
probably
for
not
like,
through EB Games.
I want to
say.
say even for the next 100 years, pretty much any obscure media since 2000 would still be available secondhand. Surely.
Yeah, you'd think so. Like,
I have no reason for those figures either, and absolutely no facts to back me up. But I'm just saying, like off the top of my head, surely they're not going to disappear.
I guess
that
as
time.
long as
Nah, I
things
don't
like
think so.
Craigslist and Trade Me are still a thing, then
Yeah, and eBay. It can
yeah,
go
eBay,
anywhere in the
Amazon
world.
even sells
Anywhere-
secondhand things sometimes.
Even Mighty Ape sells secondhand things now.
As long as those are still alive, I guess secondhand media will still live on.
I got scammed on Mighty Ape the other day. Because I'm a massive Deadpool guy. I love Deadpool.
Yeah.
Deadpool's the
And
best.
I bought. Do you know what a hot toy is?
I can
Like
think
these
of
really
a few definitions.
wow. Let's hang on.
A hot toy?
I'm talking.
Bro, you're the one that brought up hot toys.
Wait.
I answered the
Did you
question
bring up a hot
honestly.
toy? Buy
It's
one
like
for Kate?
a very detailed action figure.
Oh, in
It's
which
worth
case-
hundreds
in
of
which
dollars.
case,
I'm
not-
We're not thinking of whatever. I can read your brain, but there's like a Deadpool figure that's like this tall, very detailed, and it was supposed to come out last week, and I'm not gonna lie. I put my name down for it and I ordered it. It was like $600.
And a different hot toy showed up.
No. So I ordered it, $600. They said they needed like a down payment of $130. I said no problem.
Yeah.
Transferred $130. They said it was non-refundable. I'm like, it's fine. I'll get charged for the rest of it next week, and I'll have my hot toy with me this week. And then I get an email saying that it's been delayed to July 2025. And my refund is like, I can't get a refund. So I'm just like, I have to wait it out now.
But you are still going to get it.
Yeah,
It's an
but I'm an
obscenely
next
long
year.
time to
an
wait.
impatient guy.
Oh, dude. Every minute waiting for fucking anything is a week for me, bro.
Yeah.
Patience is no.
I hate
So,
buying
I
things
gotta wait
online
a
for
year.
that sense. I'll like go to a store and buy something rather than like order it online and wait in the mail. Because I'm just like, no, fuck that. If I want something, I'll get it right there on the spot. You
Bro,
know?
when Red Dead Redemption 2 released,
Oh,
I
mate.
bought it digitally, which I'm glad because like now I've upgraded to PS5 and I've still got the PS4 copy. And I lived way up north, pretty much like terrible internet. I want you guys both guess how long it took to download. And remember, this is Red Dead Redemption 2, arguably, or in my opinion, unarguably,
I'm gonna say days, right?
the best game to have ever
Couple of
been made,
weeks.
especially on that.
You're gonna hate what comes out of my mouth.
You don't
Were you,
like
were
it.
you like,
No.
did you
So
download it on
I bought
PlayStation?
Red Dead Redemption and I turned it on. I played the first 15 minutes and I'm like, this is quite cool. But I'm just such a busy guy that I just haven't even gone back to it yet. I haven't even finished GTA yet. I'm pretty sure it's a good game though.
Bet. Okay, guess.
To-
I want to say it was 80.
Where were you like
80
living
gig.
around this time? Like, how
Like
far
on,
up
we,
north?
we literally Welsford, so it's
Oh,
only,
okay,
only
yeah.
like an hour north. But we literally like were just like you looked out our like
I'm gonna say like just 2 days.
lounge window and it was just
Non-stop.
hills. Like we're not that you couldn't see a building.
Wait, was it downloading like did you have to turn it
2
off, come back
weeks.
to it, or was it
I
like
never turned my PlayStation
let's
off.
say
which
3
I
days. Let's say
probably
3 days. 3
should
days.
start to do. I always put my PlayStation into rest mode. So
I hate doing that.
so-
I always turn it off completely.
because if the power
Put it in
comes out,
rest.
it throws a fit, eh? It's
yeah,
like never do
exactly.
that ever again. And I'm like, I will.
I'm always yelling at my
Um,
mates. Don't ever.
Bro.
I do it
if
all the
anyone
time.
goes anywhere, like I've got the PlayStation plugged in often to like the same general area as where I've got my computer plugged in and my keyboard. And I'm like, the keyboard can come unplugged, that's fine. I don't have to play music that second. The computer can come unplugged, it's got battery. If the PlayStation, bro, fucking things will burn if the PlayStation comes
Turn
unplugged.
that off completely.
Okay, so you guessed a week, and Phoenix, you guessed
It's
3
like 3
days.
days, 3
3
days.
days is exactly right.
3 days.
Yeah,
Let's go.
yeah,
What's my
yeah.
prize?
And all I was doing for those 3 days was like looking at well, not all I was doing, but like I was looking at fucking pictures of
3 days just
how good it
non-stop.
was, the graphics. Oh my god.
How do you play games with the
Yeah,
controller?
good point. You can actually
You can get mouth
which camera?
controllers.
Nah. I never got into all that like accessibility stuff because then if you kick someone's ass, they're like, you're using a special controller, so you just use a normal one, and then when you kick their ass, you can say, bro, I
used
got
a
no
normal
limbs.
controller.
What the fuck? Yeah. Which camera is on me? That one.
That one right there.
You can check me gaming. I haven't gamed for a while actually on YouTube, and the channel is somewhat neglected. But I digress. You can check me gaming on my channel, which is on YouTube, The Jester. Jester is spelled with 2 S's. My name is Jess, and I think it's The Jester _ Anyway, just look around until you see a ginger with no limbs, and then I don't think there's many of them on. I didn't actually search, and you can see me playing Red Dead Redemption. You can see me playing The Last of Us, and you can see me playing Ghost of Tsushima. Just pretty
Good
much
game. Ghost of
any
Tsushima.
exclusive PlayStation games. I love
Spider-Man.
PlayStation exclusives.
God of
Yep.
War.
Spider-Man.
You can watch me discussing how I got platinum in Ghost of Tsushima, The Last of Us, Last of Us 2. Yeah.
Out of all of those games, in my opinion, Ghost of Tsushima was probably one of the easiest plats.
It's actually, yeah, it was my first plat,
Oh,
and
really?
I saw that it's 25% of players platted that game, which is
Jesus.
insane because not like
Not
usually,
many people go for
usually it's like
plats.
1-2%, but that game is that like transcends gaming, bro. That's art. Like that's
It's also the fact that like when I play a lot of the games, I'm usually like, oh yeah, I'll 100% it. I'll start 100%ing it and then kind of give up. With Ghost of Tsushima, I like completely 100%ed it, and I'm like, okay, I need more. Where's more? This was like,
I couldn't agree more. I must have played the story like 3 times. Unfortunately, now in my life, or not unfortunately, but as things stand, I do not game
much.
Almost ever.
I'm just not a gamer, but I've only platinumed one game before, and that's Spider-Man 2. The one that just came out
The one that just came out, and you played it.
Did you play that?
Didn't play it yet, and that's strictly on account of I hardly have time to game. Dude, if you had caught me in 2018 when I just bought the original of this new Spider-Man franchise, I would have been like, oh, Spider-Man 2 is going to be like, I'm pre-ordering, I'm getting the deluxe. But I just haven't had time.
I can't wait for Wolverine. I'm going to jam Wolverine when that game
See,
comes out.
I remember thinking that when the what year did they like reveal that? Like 2019 or something.
The Wolverine?
It's been in
2020, yeah, 2020, something like that.
Yeah, and see, I probably won't play it. They could put out Red Dead Redemption 3. Well, they're putting out GTA 6, and I'm not sure when I'll play it.
That's been delayed, to July 2020.
Oh, not confirmed, but
it's
not
rumored
confirmed.
to be.
Of what year? July of what year?
2026. But it's not confirmed. It's not confirmed.
Right.
It's still kind of like...
See, with how busy I am, that doesn't faze me because that just means we're getting a better quality game when it does come out.
Yeah, no, 100%. I'm no doubt about that. It's just more the sense that like, fuck, we have to wait.
But
if I
had
GTA.
If I had downtime and I was like coming home from work and gaming for 3 hours every night, probably gamed for 3 hours in the last month, then I would be like hyped, bro. I'd be pissed that I've delayed it that much. But yeah,
Crazy.
Right.
We've reached like almost 40 minutes. I would honestly go for longer if I could, but I do everything on this laptop. Need a better laptop.
It's insane, bro.
But is there anything you wanted to say before we close off?
Not really, man. I really appreciate getting the chance to plug Light Pollution on here.
Yeah, of course.
Once I've finished Light Pollution, I've got other film endeavours in the works. I am aiming to put out a mixtape next year.
Oh, let's go.
And then probably a full album the year after. But any projections I give like that, just add another couple years on because I'm like a perfectionist and I hate everything I do until it's perfect. So
what's your @ Where can we find you?
Yeah, mostly on Instagram now. You can find the skeletal remains of a TikTok account which was all reposts from Insta and only had like 2 videos that did well because I would make them for Insta, make them for YouTube, and then just repost. Like I didn't.
Yeah.
I'm not a big social media guy. I don't like things that catch your attention and keep you engaged by like cutting and switching to the next thing, which obviously reels and stuff are all tailored to keep your brain like constantly stimulated.
7 seconds is considered...
Isn't that mental? Isn't that mental,
anything
bro?
after 7 seconds is considered dead time. So like if you watch a Mr. Beast video... I think it's like 4 or 5 seconds.
See, that's
it's
nuts.
a new like shot, even if it's like the same thing over and over. But the camera will always be consistently moving. It's fucking insane. And some of those videos are like 30 minutes long. Every 7 seconds, different shot.
I'll tell you what.
Crazy.
I'll tell you what. That's one last thing I was going to say because I know I digressed earlier when I was going to say it about trimming down on light pollution. Another thing that works to my favour is I love long, consistent shots. I had a really good DOP. I just want to plug my DOP real quickly. Every shot is gorgeous, which actually makes editing super hard and super easy because I'm like, which shot do we use? They all look great. And the talent was out of this world. Like they embodied the characters perfectly. Everything about it was amazing. So to just like, and our costume designer absolutely killed. She's actually a friend of mine, and I said, hey, you've got good like fashion sense and stuff, jump on the project. And so what I'm trying to say is the shot is always great to look at, and I love like a real slow push for like 90 seconds with no cuts. And I know that doesn't fit with the like 7 second attention span.
Mainstream media.
But I mean, like, look at any good Western. You'll see the same shot of the desert with just a cowboy, maybe a voiceover or something for like 4 minutes. And heck, what's that A24 film with Mia Goth? Oh, that's right, all of them. No, just kidding. Pearl. Pearl ended with like that scene of her talking at the dinner table. I think it was like, and you can fact check me on this, I could be out by like an hour, but it felt like 12 minutes with like no cut. I'm pretty sure. It just slowly pushes in on her, and she's giving this insane monologue. And I'm a huge sucker for that. So if worst comes to worst, I can unfortunately trim down on some of those longer scenes. But yeah, when it comes to it, you can find me on Instagram.
Awesome.
But yeah, as far as what I enjoy watching, I'm a massive sucker for that shit that requires your investment. And I feel like every time something asks for you to be invested, invest your attention, invest your sort of piques your interest and your intellect, I feel like there's always payoff. If something's getting you to click, scroll, and go next, it's probably the payoff, how you feel after that, and how much you enjoyed it. Maybe at the time it was like gratifying, but I don't think you're going to get the same satisfaction as you do from a good motion picture.
Let's go.
I like to call
Awesome.
them motion pictures. It makes me sound cool. They're just fucking movies, but yeah.
All right. Well, thank you so much for coming
It's
on,
been a
man.
pleasure
Thanks for having
listening
me
to
on,
you.
boys.
Very
Very good
inspiring,
episode.
bro.
Yeah, I was gonna say an inspiring person, man.
Oh, no.
Sweet.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you next week.
Thank you. Later.